Welcome back everybody to my channel. I'm Leo Garcia. Today we have pulled a question from someone that is trying to get some help. The title to the question is going to be college student needs help with current car and finance troubles. I live in Long Island, New York, and commute to college every day. My car is old and recently had the head gasket blown and oil is leaking into the coolant. No good. I just paid $600 2 weeks ago to repair my brakes because they were shot as well, leaving me with $50 in savings. At least you got $50. I would have been in negative back in the day. It would have been negative for me. Even on that, it would have not been no good. I know my car won't last long unless I fix the head gasket, which will run me $1,500. Sounds about right. I was wondering if it's worth it taking out a loan and purchasing a used car. No, don't. No. Or if that will set me up for future failure in terms of debt payment. It will. At least you know that it might set you up for debt and payments. Don't. I also pay $300 a month in car insurance, and everybody's telling me I'm paying way too much. You are. Jesus. Unless you have full coverage on an old vehicle, that's kind of weird. I mean, you should be on liability for an old car, especially if it doesn't have much value. There's no reason for you to have full coverage on a vehicle that doesn't have a lot of value into it. I don't have any accidents or tickets for the rate to be this high. Definitely too high. So what would be the next best car insurance I could enroll in? Okay, first of all, let's hit up the fact that, well, first you don't say how old the car is or how much mileage it has. And already you're putting money into it. My opinion, I would go ahead and run this car. First I would take it to the mechanic and see what we can do to prolong the life besides fixing the head gasket. Is there anything we can do to patch it up to get me to, far enough, long enough in order to have the money ready to purchase another vehicle. So instead of dumping $1,500 into the next car, I would go ahead and save that money, purchase another car between $3,000 and $4,000, maybe $5,000, and depending how fast you can come up with the money. And I would go ahead and use that vehicle until it's not usable anymore, and then sell it to scrap. And I would go ahead and, I would definitely consider just using up the rest of the life it has in it, the vehicle. And once you can't use it, I would go ahead and just purchase another vehicle for $2,000, $3,000, maybe $4,000, and just roll that into it and sell that for scrap. Whatever you got to do to get rid of it, and do that right there, because you don't want to take a loan out, because something that would cost you maybe $3,000, $4,000, maybe $5,000. So you pull a loan for $5,000 because you did mention that you were going to purchase another used vehicle, and you're doing that. I mean, you're just adding interest on top of that, and you're paying another additional $1,000, $2,000 on top of whatever you're pulling or whatever you're purchasing for, because the loans aren't built to help you. They're built for them to make money off of you at the end of the day. And your insurance, that's another thing. Your insurance is way too high. $300. I'm assuming you're probably with a high-end company like Geico, Allstate. I would go find a free agent and have them go through all the insurances that they offer, because a free agent doesn't work for any specific agency. They can bring in any type of insurance out there, and they would look at it, compare the quotes, and get you the best price for it. And you would want to do that. Go to a free agent, because that's what I do. That's what I did. I went to a free agent, and they found me the best one for me, and especially since I have multiple vehicles. Another thing too, liability. That's something. If you have a used car and the value of the car isn't a whole lot, liability is your best bet too. You don't want full coverage. Full coverage is for like a brand new vehicle out of a dealership Once it's gotten the use of it, switch over to liability and keep it at that to save as much money as possible. Because I get it, you know, when you're in college, you need to save every penny you can get, and it's not easy. And especially when you're trying to get by, when you're spending $600 on brakes, Jesus. So yeah, that's my opinion right there, would be to go ahead and save the money. Don't use it for the gasket. Don't do it for that. Save the money. Do not take a loan out, because yes, you will set yourself up for payments. Because if something goes wrong with the new vehicle you bring in and you're making payments on it, and you're trying to get by, I mean, it's a whole lot. So do not take a loan. Use the car that you currently have all the way until it runs down, and take it to a mechanic. Hey, is there anything we can do to prolong the life of this vehicle until it needs the 1500? Because if you think that the 1500 is going to fix everything and you're good, then yeah, fix it. But if you know that that car is on its way out, then no. Or especially if you're saying right here, like I said, you didn't say what year it was. The car is old, so if that car's only worth $1,000 and you're putting $1,500 to fix it, not worth it. Don't fix it. Don't fix a beater. A beater's used to strictly to the end of the life, and that already has ran its life. Trash it or salvage it. Use that money, bring it in, and just roll it into saving the next amount. So in conclusion, I recommend you use the vehicle as much as you can, save that money, and save up at least $2,000-3,000. Purchase you another used car. Get rid of that one for salvage if it's no longer usable, and find a free agent to help you out get a better insurance instead of where you're at, and make sure you're on liability and not full coverage. Other than that, that's my recommendation on this college student. Like I said, everybody goes through troubles with money, and it's just about giving yourself more solutions than what you're seeing, then you're giving yourself. This person's giving themselves either I fix it or I take a loan out. Wrong. You can run that car out, save that money, buy another one, give yourself more options in order to make better choices. That right there, when you give yourself just two, you're cornering yourself, and you shouldn't be doing that. You should allow yourself to be able to breathe and say, something, these are my options. The best one for me in the future would be probably this. So that's my recommendation, for them to just go ahead and use up their car as best they can, as much as they can. That's it for today, guys. Like, subscribe, leave a comment. Heck, better yet, leave them a comment. See if you can help them out, because that's kind of tough on some people whenever they're going through something big like that on their level, and you don't see a lot of options. It's hard to see clearly. So leave a comment. Until next time, guys, don't stop investing. Take care.